Hello there, everything you need to know for an ultimate bloodied shotgun guide. Let's get into it. Okay, we'll break this into two categories, stealth and I don't give a damn. For your stealth options, you have the pump action shotgun and you have the combat shotgun. Both can be modded with a suppressor, so if you're aiming for a stealth build, which is a great choice in 76, then these are your options. For your I don't give a damn options, you have the double barrel shotgun and the Gauss shotgun. No suppressor options here, just straight up loud and destructive damage. As of making this video, these are the only shotguns in the game, plus the pepper shaker, but that is a combo weapon of heavy gunner and shotgun, so that's why I'm not including it here, but that is technically the fifth option. Now which one you go for really depends on your style. For your stealth choices, the pump action can be found very early on in your playthroughs and comes with quite a few mods, so particularly for new characters, it can be a great choice. The combat shotgun gives you the option of a fully automatic shotgun if you don't like the pump action slow firing, and it reloads with a magazine instead of single shells at a time, so just overall a bit quicker in some regards, but either will do great for you. For your I don't give a damn options, the double barrel shotgun is a well-known weapon and it's also in 76, got a few mod options here but nothing crazy, but it smacks really hard as you'd expect a double barrel too. The other option is the Gauss shotgun, and this is arguably the best shotgun in the game to go for, but there's a few caveats with this weapon. Depending on the update, it can either be broken in a bad way or broken in a good way. Out of all the weapons, this one has experienced the most turmoil over the years, but it's currently in a good phase, let's say. It's a Gauss weapon, so you do have to charge your shots, or you can go on a tap firing rampage, but tap firing was once much deadlier than it currently is, unfortunately, but a Gauss shotgun is still a really powerful option. This is also not a tradable weapon, so you will need to buy the plans and mods for yourself with gold bullion. The other shotguns are much easier to get your hands on. As for my recommendations, I always tend to gravitate towards the pump action for stealth, and if not stealth, then definitely the Gauss shotgun, or a unique legendary double barrel called the Cold Shoulder, which you will also be able to purchase with gold bullion. Now, since this is the ultimate bloodied guide for shotguns, of course a bloodied is going to be the go-to legendary effect, but just because you're bloodied doesn't mean it's the only one you can use. If you're looking for another top tier option, then anti-armor is also extremely powerful, especially since shotguns don't have an armor penetration per card like other builds do. So for straight up damage, bloodied or anti-armor is the go. Quad is also another great shout, especially on shotguns like the pump action and the double barrel, since they don't have a lot of shells chambered at once, so pump action will go from 8 to 32 rounds and the double barrel from 2 to 8. Makes a big difference. Since your Gauss shotgun already comes with really high damage, you can go quad here or something like vampires if you want some great healing, which is always appreciated if you're bloodied and out of stealth. So for your first star legendary effects, bloodied or anti-armor, and quad and vampires also great choices for particular situations and weapons. For shotguns, I actually like VATS options as your second and third star legendary effects. The reason for this is taking advantage of the VATS critical shots, which bypass an enemy's resistances, and since we are missing an armor penetration per card, it just makes sense, especially on shotguns. So with that being said, for your second star legendary effect, VATS critical shots do 50% more damage, or plus 50% VATS hit chance are great to go for. If you don't like VATS, then the usual explosive bullets or something like 25% damage while aiming are probably going to suit you better. For your third star legendary effect, 15% faster reload is great, especially on something like your pump action shotgun. Besides that, VATS critical meter fills 50% faster or 25% less VATS AP cost are great if you're taking the VATS route again. If not, reduced weight or breaks 50% slower are great choices to keep an eye out for. As with all bloodied builds, the main reason you are using them is because of armor. Not that there's a particular armor set that's amazing, but because of unyielding. As long as the armor set you're using is a full legendary unyielding set, that's what mainly matters. Great options as always are the Secret Service armor set or the Brotherhood Recon armor set. You can use the jetpack mod on these and they have great resistances, so overall they are very good armor sets to choose. For stealthier options, armor sets like the Covert Scout or the leather armor set with the shadowed mods are excellent. Just make sure it's unyielding, that's what you care about. So of course for legendary effects, for armor, unyielding is the go-to for the first star. For your second star legendary effect, increases AP refresh speed or receives 7% less explosive damage are great choices. As for your third star legendary effect, weapon weight being reduced is always a popular choice. Also a piece with become harder to detect while sneaking is also great if you're going for your stealth build. As long as you avoid slowly regen radiation damage, then you can go with what you like really. And if you find this helpful, hit that subscribe button. Now for perk cards, especially when it comes to shotguns, there are a lot of perk cards scattered all throughout the special stats, regardless of what direction you want to take your overall build, whether it's damage focused or quality of life focused. There are some perk cards that you should include in any bloodied shotgunner build. So stuff like Bandolier, Scattered Shot, the shotgunner perks, Concentrated Fire if you are using VATS, Skeet Shooter, Grenadier if you're using the Gauss shotgun, Radical, Tenderizer, Nerd Rage, Demo Expert, again if you're using the Gauss shotgun, Action Boy or Girl, Adrenaline, Enforcer, Serendipity, Class Freak, Starch Jeans, And then over in Charisma, Lone Wanderer if you're solo, or Inspirational plus Strange in Numbers if you're on a team. For your legendary perk cards, I recommend having at least 3 special stat increases, such as Strength, Intelligence, and Luck. For Stealth Shotgunner characters, Follow Through is a great perk card here to go for. Lastly, for your build, you're going to want some mutations as well, and feel free to use as many or all of them if you want to, but the ones I recommend definitely having for a Bloodied Shotgunner build are Adrenal Reaction, Bird Bones, Marsupial, Egghead, Scaly Skin, and Speed Demon. And all of this combined is going to put you in a really awesome spot to absolutely destroy your enemies, whether they are massive big targets like your behemoths, or just regular mobs like super mutants. Shotgunner builds, definitely fun to use in 76, but of course they could use a little bit of love in a couple of areas. But hey, maybe one day that'll happen, and maybe we'll get even more shotgun options further along the line. But for now, subscribe for more ultimate guides.